Do you know what the third leading cause of death is in the United States? Well, believe it or not, it's chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. 12 million Americans are diagnosed with COPD each year, and another 12 million suffer from the disease without even knowing they have it. Male smokers are nearly 12 times as likely to die from COPD as men who have never smoked. Ed Neuzil, registered nurse practitioner at Allergy, Sinus and Asthma Family Health Center, explains COPD and how it's treated.
COPD is actually a chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. So this is something that goes over a period of time, and it can include things like asthma, chronic bronchitis, emphysema. So it's kind of a cover term in the fact that a person's airway does not actually return to a normal state after we give them a bronchodilator. So our gold guidelines that we look at that will assess as to whether somebody falls into the range of COPD, and then when we look at their spirometry, due to the severity of what we say their FEV1, that will tell us how severe the COPD is. COPD is one of those diseases you just can't look at somebody and say, okay, you have COPD. And so the testing in women to rule out COPD has become more prevalent, so we've recognized it more in women. But the COPD is one of those conditions that you can see in both men and women, but it has a tendency more towards the males. One of the links that we have between COPD and asthma, people can end up with COPD and not just from smoking. COPD can be a result of a chronic inflammatory condition. So people that have had asthma early that's untreated can end up with COPD and never smoked before. Now that doesn't mean smoking is okay, it just means that it's more prevalent because of the irritation that it causes to the airway. But we also have to understand that asthma causes irritation in the airway, and if we don't resolve the inflammation, then it begins to scar. So as it constricts, now it reduces the diameter of the airway and result in COPD. So when we look at young people and we detect asthma, it's prudent to really look at the fact that if it's left untreated, we can be developing COPD at later age.
You'll find more information on COPD, as well as contact information for the Allergy, Sinus and Asthma Family Health Center in Lady Lake when you visit the COPD Relief Story link at yourhometownhealth.com.